It's a full gambit of winter weather for today, tomorrow, and Saturday, the 3 days leading up to Christmas. Of course, we had some insanely cold weather through the morning hours. It's still bitterly cold outside right now, but the worst does appear to be behind us. But our focus already is turning to more snowfall for Friday and the potential for freezing rain on Saturday and some quite hazardous travel conditions across the Northwest. So we're going from one impact right into the next in terms of winter weather. Here are those current temperatures in nearly every location. Finally did get back above 0 degrees. So all on the positive side, with a couple exceptions like out of Omak, you are still at -5 for a current temperature. That after lows early on this morning, we're in the -20s for some regions, particularly across northern Washington. You see even from Colbert at -21, Colville at -24, and Republic was the cold spot at -28 degrees early on this morning. That's a full 60 degrees below the freezing mark. That is crazy cold. And for many locations, this is the coldest we've been in decades. In Pullman at -20, that's the coldest day since 1996, February of 96. So it has been several years. Our current wind chills are still at around -10 to -20 in most locations, as you see -12 for Spokane, Pullman, -16 in Coeur d'Alene, -18 in Sandpoint as well. But we're no longer under the warning criteria. The worst is behind us, but we're still in for some very dangerously cold temperatures for the rest of the day today and tonight. Simply because we're below 0 for wind chill, we are continuing with the advisory criteria until 11 o'clock on Friday. At that point, we'll start to see the temperatures recover enough to give us away from the dangerous category in terms of wind chills, but it is still nasty cold out there. But as for Friday, I'm focused a bit more on the snowfall that will be heading our way. More powdery snow, but it's going to have a hard time melting even with any kind of traffic out there. Winter weather advisories, yet another advisory for us. Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, and all areas southward through the Palouse and the LC Valley, southeastern Washington, up to 4 inches of that powdery snow. So maybe not quite as much as what we got on Tuesday, and definitely not like from a couple Wednesdays ago where we had that very heavy and intense snowfall. But 2 to 4 inches of snow still will cause some travel concerns, mainly for the morning commute hours, because this is going to start snowing during the morning hours. Flurries as early as midnight, but it starts in earnest between about 4 to 7 o'clock in the morning. So once it gets going, it is a blanket and widespread moderate to heavy snowfall through the morning hours. Then we get to the afternoon. Here's 3 p.m. Still on and off snow showers across the region, so those accumulations continue to add up to that 2 to 4 inch mark most likely. And then we'll catch a break Friday night. But watch what happens on Saturday. This is another batch of some precipitation, and it could be a rain-snow mix for eastern Washington and North Idaho, but it's the pink that's most concerning. That's freezing rain for central Washington starting at around 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, and that will cover the eastern slopes of the Cascades. So if you have any travel plans, be extra cautious both Friday and Saturday, with a lot of freezing rain anticipated over not only Snoqualmie Pass, but I-84 on your way to Portland as well. That could be a freezing rain corridor as well, so not exactly a safe alternative. That leads us into Christmas Day. 37, just a chance of showers. Next week, warmer but wetter. A lot of rain, a lot of slushy conditions going to be likely with those temperatures hanging around in the 40s.